Jen Powell officially became the first woman umpire in Major League Baseball a couple days ago, manning first base and turning in a pretty normal performance. But just a day later, she was tasked with the assignment that inevitably defines every umpire's reputation league-wide, working behind the plate. And while things got off to a pretty rough start, she would indeed end up turning in a decent performance. I'll back that up metrically later on, but first, let's look at exactly how it went, along with the game overall. Like I said, the first pitch of the contest from Joey Wentz to Xavier Edwards was not the best look for her, as she called this fastball that was easily 2 ball lengths inside a strike. But, considering this was indeed her first major league call, a little nerves would make sense. And as they showed in a heat map later on in the broadcast, this does seem to be her zone, a bit inside to righties and outside to lefties. There would certainly be some more misses, including this big one to Dane Myers on a 3-1 count, but as the game went on, they became fewer and farther between. Meanwhile, the surprising Marlins, who've managed to in the last few months climb back to around 500, got off to the better start in this one, taking a 1-0 lead in the second inning on a 2-out single from catcher Liam Hicks. But the Braves would tie things up in the fourth on a solo homer from Matt Olson, who's sneakily having a very good year by the way. If you have a second, go look up his numbers. The top of the fifth would end on another semi-low light from Powell, when she called this fastball, again, well off the plate away, to Kyle Stowers, a strike. Atlanta would take their first lead of the game in the bottom of that inning when Jurickson Profar flew a ball just over the head of the right fielder. Then, after a 3-2 pitch well away that still somehow elicited some belly aching from the Marlins dugout, Profar would score on a wild pitch, giving the Braves a 2-run cushion, and it never really felt competitive after that, as Ozuna from the Braves would add a 3-run home run in the 7th before Michael Harris II would hit one of his own just a couple batters later. And that was that. A line out to left field would officially seal a 7-1 Atlanta victory, and the first home plate performance from Powell. So, how exactly did she do overall? Well, according to umpire scorecards, which I turn to a lot for umpire evaluation, she was just slightly below average, with an overall accuracy of 93% and consistency score of the same. She certainly favored that zone I detailed before, and correspondingly somewhat neglected the opposite side of the plate, but this is nothing too out of the ordinary for MLB umps. Everyone has their own unique approach. I would categorize it as a nondescript, mediocre performance, which, considering it was her first ever at this level, and the historical gravity of course that came along with that, I would count this personally as a major win.
Now, thank you so much for watching, and please remember that if you ever see anything you'd like to see detailed in the Made the Cut video, whether that be a specific play, player, or narrative surrounding a team or something, feel free to reach out to my email, basebpoet@gmail.com, and if I do end up using your idea, I'll of course give you a shout out. Thank you so much once again, and I'll see you in the next one.